Yo guys, while I was recording and editing this video, I saw this message pop up in Discord. Game being saved? Is Tarisland saved? As we'll see in the coming days. Anyway, enjoy the video. I have lots of thoughts on the matter and reacting to Spid's video from yesterday. Alright, so Asmongold and Spid. Well, Spid made another video about the pay to win in this game, doubling down on his points about the pay to win. And first, let me just get this out of the way. This is nothing, nowhere even close to the levels of the pay to win in Diablo Immortal. Everyone who's talking about this being like Diablo Immortal, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Diablo Immortal pay to win was ridiculous. There was a lot of the game that you could not even access as free to play. This is no, just stop, okay? Just stop. But yeah, anyway, Spid and I, we go way back. We played Era of Legends and World of Kings. We're always on the same server. We always were the top two guilds, two opposing guilds, and yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I have a lot of respect for Spid, and yeah, let me weigh in on this because I think Spid, pretty much almost everything he says here is correct on some level. Like theoretically, he is right, but practically I disagree. Like I feel like on a practical level, you cannot as easily obtain all these things as he makes it out to be. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and watch the video.
Tarisland finally made an announcement on the pay to win, and put your guesses in the comments below. Do you think they double down, or do you think they remove the pay to win? They doubled down, and let's jump into what they have said.
And I understand his frustration because yeah, they did advertise it as a non-pay to win game, and I feel like most of the discussion here is on the definition of pay to win. I feel like the way they implemented things technically to a lot of people would not have been considered pay to win, and yeah, so it's really like I think someone mentioned that pay to win is kind of on a spectrum, and I feel like this game, yeah, I agree that this game is pay to win, but I feel like it's definitely on the very, very low end of the pay to win spectrum, in my opinion.
So the announcement today is, they said, "Dear adventurers," they try to be like sneaky with this message, like being very vague, but they're basically saying, "Thank you for all the feedback on the second CBT. We noticed an increasing number of discussions in the community regarding the topic of pay to win, and we sincerely apologize for any confusion this may have caused. We have seen many games that offer a poor gaming experience to players due to the sale of equipment and items in their official stores that affects characters, stats, or game balance. As a result, we aim to create a fair MMORPG and have decided not to sell such items in our official store." This is what they're saying. Considering this model as a non-pay to win, that's what they're saying. So they're saying what they're doing right now is not pay to win. Through this test, we have discovered
and
that
again,
our
it depends on the
understanding
definition.
differs from the community's perspective, and we will be more cautious in the future descriptions of monetization. Our initial intention in designing this monetization model was to provide players with a smooth growth experience and establish a healthy in-game ecosystem. So what they're saying, be careful here, okay? Because you guys can slip up real quick.
So like, yeah, what they're saying is, in my opinion, is that they're changing the description. They're not going to call the game non-pay to win anymore because obviously some people consider this pay to win. I do consider it pay to win myself, and yeah, like it really, like, but if you were to ask somebody who played, like, let's take Albion Online for example. Albion Online has a system where you can buy gold and then transfer that into silver. Silver is like their main currency that they use on their market, their player market. Everything on that market is player made, and you can buy everything on there with silver, basically with real money. You spend real money to buy the gold and buy the silver. It's basically the same thing, right? But most people do not consider that pay to win because you have to have like a certain level to equip the stuff, and you have to, yeah, there's a lot of nuance there. And to some degree, there's a lot of games that have kind of similar things that a lot of people have never really like shouted that it's pay to win. So I feel like I understand what the developers, like how they're coming at this, and they think that, okay, no one's calling these games pay to win, So our game's not pay to win if we have the same systems. But unfortunately for them, they're they're the ones that are being put on the chopping block for using this system, and everyone's now calling it pay to win.
Okay, because you guys can slip up real quick. What they're saying isn't that we'll be more cautious next time introducing pay to win. That's not what they're saying. They're saying we'll be more cautious in our future descriptions of pay to win. So basically what they're saying is we, Tarisland, mean that gold selling isn't pay to win. Every time, like the 100,000 times we have been saying our game is free to play, pay to win is forbidden, we mean that just buying straight up gear is pay to win. Buying gold is not pay to win. Is what they're saying, which is a lie, because in this message right here, they said that buying gold is pay to win.
As non-pay to win, our MMORPG will not allow the direct purchase of in-game gold. Oh, okay. I had not seen this message. Okay. Well, yeah. So there's
win. So that is a lie already.
Right.
Lie one, already debunked. Second is what they're saying is we decided not to sell such items in our official store. Okay, is what they're saying, which is okay. They're not selling.
And what's interesting is like that this whole conversation is between, I think, like I think Jaya is like the community manager or something in Spid, but I want to hear like from the CEO, because I watched the video that they made with the CEO where the CEO is saying they don't want the game to be pay to win. So I wonder if there was some miscommunication between the developers of the game and the marketing people, and like I wonder what the heck happened. Was there some huge miscommunication and they thought this was not pay to win? And yeah, I want to hear from the CEO. Honestly, I would love to hear from the CEO on this.
Selling the straight up gear in their official store, but you can buy the gear at the start. To say here, sale of equipment and items in their stores that affect character stats or game balance. Yes, you can buy stats with the gold that you buy. You can go to the trading house today, like right now. You can just go to the trading house and you can buy these items for gold. What does these items give? Guys, what does these items give? What does it say? Attack combo. What is attack combo? Isn't that stats?
Isn't
that stats?
Like I said, he's not wrong.
Am I tripping?
Like I said at the beginning,
what about these empowerments? Doesn't these empowerments give stats? Like, am I tripping? This inscribed stones. These things. Let me show you. This inscribed stones. Doesn't this this gives stats though? Wait, what's happening? I don't understand. The emblems. Wait, the emblems though. Let's see the emblems. One sec. Wait. Let's see the emblems. Wait. That's weird. The emblem gives stats too.
So like, yeah, he's not wrong here. Like, you can buy all these things with gold, but these are people that are selling it. Like, it's not like the comparison to Diablo Immortal here is not the same, because Diablo Immortal you could infinitely buy as many legendary crests as you wanted, and continually try to get the best equipment in the game with no limits. You didn't have to have other people craft the legendary crest for you. Like, these are other people have to craft these or find these and put them on the auction house. It's not at all the same.
But they're saying that you can't buy stats.
But yeah, he's right.
I'm confused right now. They're saying you can't buy stats in this message, but in the trading house you can buy all kind of stats. What are you talking about? While I was editing this video, breaking news. They have now changed
Elon Musk boycotts
its description on Twitter. Tarisland is a classic MMORPG. It no longer says non-pay to win, guys. They have officially announced they did a fake marketing scheme until today. They made sure to tell.
And honestly, I really do think that they intended the game to be non-pay to win according to their definition of pay to win, right? So like, they had this very specific definition of pay to win, and they're saying that their game is not this. Their game is not this definition of pay to win. And right, yeah, that's what I think.
To tell everyone, pay to win is completely forbidden. But when they finally launched the beta, they now changed it. It's gone. They're gonna delete it from everywhere, man. They're gonna use Will Smith the alien device on us and to make us forget this. It is gone, guys. Game is no longer pay to win forbidden. Now Tarisland is a classic MMORPG on PC mobile, featuring race, diverse class, and a vast world for exploration.
And it's not just their definition. I think, like, for most people, if you were to ask most people if Tarisland is pay to win, I think most people would have said it, but it's just us as huge MMO players and gamers that have just been fed up with all the pay to win runaround and gaslighting that's been happening for the last at least 5 years. Like, we're not having it anymore, right?
No more pay to win is forbidden. There you guys have it. Back to the studio. So they keep going. In the current design, all items circulating the auction house are directly provided and priced by players, allowing players to gain benefits from transactions. Another lie, okay? Now, first of all, even though we do price it, like us players do price it, they have set a range for pricing of an item.
Yeah.
So let's say I want to sell this crystal right here, right? I can't choose whatever price, but I can only choose the price they have set. The game has set. So the game says I can sell this 150, and I can't go lower than 6. So no, I cannot choose that. It's not chosen by me. It's chosen by the game. And the same goes for who's going to control the CBT benefit card. Of course, the demand supply system, which the game has implemented.
Yeah, and this is the WoW token, by the way. The CBT benefits card is exactly like the WoW token. It's controlled. The price is controlled by the developers or whatever, and you basically spend money to buy gold.
So the game will decide what the price of this item will be. Of course, it will be affected by us players, but not really, because this item will be affected by the gold bots and the gold sellers. And the gold sellers will make sure this item is high gold always. And even if it wasn't high gold, even if that item was 200 gold, a whale can still buy thousands of them and make several hundred thousand gold.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, again, same as the WoW token.
It's a lie.
Just 100% the WoW token.
This is crazy to me. So what they
so
have
like
done.
I mean, the main difference is, like, in WoW, you cannot buy as many like end game items. Like, most of this stuff is bound, and I'll get to. I think it's probably gonna eventually get to equipment, and I'll explain more later when we get there.
What they've done is they're saying they're gonna keep doing this, because what I was hoping is this card, because there was still hope. This card, I was hoping, since it's called CBT benefits card. I saw a lot of you guys comments in my last video too. A lot of people in my last video said it says CBT benefit card. It's only going to be for closed beta. They're not going to have it in the real game. Again, debunked. They just said that this,
they're 100% going to have this at release.
They haven't said that this is going to go anywhere. They just mean that gold selling isn't pay to win. That's what they're saying. So what they have done, this is what they've done in a nutshell. They have gone out and marketed their game everywhere as forbidden pay to win. They have made announcements on their own Discord right here. The same person that made this announcement right here said that gold selling is pay to win. They have said it themselves. So they can't go on and say, our pay to win doesn't mean the same as you guys' pay to win. We didn't know. We didn't understand. So we're sorry. No, you knew. You said it here. You said it here. You said it everywhere that buying gold is pay to win. So I'm not understanding this message. So basically what they're doing is they're trying...
On that specific, like, where they said that you could not buy gold, they definitely fucked up there. Like, that's a big fuck up.
Save themselves right now. They're trying to be like pretend that play stupid, like when the companies do this, they're like, oh no, we weren't sure, we had a different meaning, we had a different understanding of pay to win. No, This you
Okay.
did not. You knew that buying gold is pay to win.
Let me read through this again. Okay, description error, double check, confirmed with the dev team. However, where that I made, like, what's the context here? What did he ask? Okay, good. Yes, with gold you can buy everything in game, gears, blah blah blah, everything. Okay, yeah. So if this was possible, the game would be pay to win. Yes, that's unacceptable. Perfect. Thank you. May I ask if you're allowed to tell how are you going to monetize the game? Except cosmetics, battle pass, blah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, they say it's unacceptable. I assume, yeah, since he mentions gold here, I guess they're talking about buying gold. Okay.
Against it since day one. And then they leave like
Okay,
last
okay,
at the
yeah.
end. Through the community's feedback, we also realized many shortcomings in this test. We'll take every player's feedback seriously and adhere to the principle of not selling character-enhancing items or equipment in the official store. So basically what they're saying is, since they're not selling the pay-to-win items in the main store, like right here, since they're not selling the pay-to-win items in the main store, it's not pay-to-win. However, they're selling gold in the main store, which you can use to buy these pay-to-win items. And for those people saying, I saw some other comments too. Let me just debunk you guys real quick, okay? With how this game is set up, okay, I'm talking from CBT1 full, like I played that 100+ hours, okay? I know exactly how the system of the game works, so I will explain it to you how this game works.
I'll give him that because I didn't get to play CBT1, so he definitely has a better understanding of the game systems that I do. Yeah.
Now,
I'll give him that.
The game will have seasons. Every season, so you can get certain new gear, max gear, and
I just want to say, like, I just feel like, even though he does, I feel like he's kind of being disingenuous about the way he says that how easily things can be obtained. Because I at least understand that on the same level, and I wholeheartedly disagree. I think it's going to be a lot harder for whales to get access to all this stuff that is player made, is locked behind all this vigor and all these other systems. Unless all these whales have like tons of bots working for them, it's going to be really, really hard to actually get a full set of all the gear you want.
The max gear, you're set. Now, what will be the difference between a whale and you? Now, when we reach level 40, for example, we hit level 40, we get to the max level, then finally, when we hit level 40, you can start getting the level 110 gear. You can finally start getting this. Okay? Getting the whole full 110 set will probably take you 1.5 months. Okay? That's an estimate. 1.5 months for the best gear. By doing the raids, by doing the crafting, you'll eventually get to the 110 gear. Now, when you first, you as a player, free-to-play player, when you first craft your 110 piece, because you have, let's see, you have all these.
It's better than that. I'm trying to remember the Diablo Immortal calculation. What was it, like 47 years or something? 1.5 months. That doesn't sound too bad.
14. You have 14 pieces, which you need to get 110. When you first get your first 110 piece, you know what a whale is going to have? The first day you're going to get 110 piece, because people are going to be crafting them, and then people are going to be selling them. Some people are going to be equipping them. But with the first time you get 110 piece, the whale will have a full 110 set.
Okay. This is where I really disagree. Maybe one or two whales will be able to pull this off, but they would have to be basically on the auction house 24/7 trying to snipe all these. And okay, let me go in the game real quick. Actually, let me go in the game real quick. Okay, so first of all, let's go ahead, because he doesn't even show the auction house for the items at all. So we're on the NA server, so I see like a total of 1 purple item. You can maybe argue everybody's saving all their materials for the level 110 gear to craft that when that pops up. Okay, yeah, maybe. Okay, two purple items total. So when you craft something, it comes out as like this, a ring. See? So it doesn't have like intelligence ring, it doesn't say focus ring, crit ring, all this stuff. So you craft it, it comes out as a ring, and then you have to identify it. And then when you identify it, it'll come out as one of these random stats. So if you're trying to build something specifically around crit, for example, or cooldown, you're going to spend a ton of gold just for a chance to actually get the ring you want. So, okay, let's go ahead and assume that, yeah, people are crafting these items, and for some reason they want to sell them instead of actually identify and use it themselves. Why the heck would you want to do that? I have no idea why you would want to do that. Personally, unless you're a bot or a gold seller or something, yeah, I have no idea why you would want to do that. So yeah, I really do think that it's not, and I think this beta will actually go to level 40. So I'll come back in a few days when we hit level 40 and revisit this topic. But I feel like it's not going to be that easy. Number one, to find and buy the available 110 gear, but to get it and then identify it and get the stats that you want for all 14 slots, that's going to be really, really difficult. It's going to cost a ton of gold, like a crap load of gold, and a lot of RNG, and you're 100% reliant on other people crafting those for you and putting them on the auction house. Because another thing is, you can only learn one profession yourself, and every profession has, I think, let me actually go here. Okay, here. So you can see artisan, they make toys, mounts, and emblem chests. They don't make any gear at all. Alchemist makes runes. Tailors make bags, capes, boots, gauntlets, and greaves. Jewelers make belts, accessories, rings, and necklaces. And forgers make helmets, armor, shoulders, gauntlets, and that's it for as far as gear goes. So you can go ahead and make, if you take one of these three, you can actually make some of it yourself, but for the rest, you're 100% reliant on other people making them and selling them to you. So yeah, I think he's actually making this sound a lot a lot simpler than it's actually going to be. But yeah, let's see in a few days when we actually hit level 40 on beta,
buy it from the trading house.
if any whales actually manage to do this.
Set with the 3-star set includes set bonuses and extra attributes if it's 2-star. So the pay to win whale will have 110. You will have one piece of 110, and you will use that 1.5 months to grind. In that meantime, this whale will have 110 gear, and you know what they will do?
Plus, I feel like he's specifically talking about like this crafted gear, and he's acting like you're not going to be able to get any other gear on the same level from any other source. Like we haven't really seen all of the end game yet. I feel like they are definitely going to have raids and things to get this gear, this equivalent gear from other sources. This is speculation. This is his speculation. This is my speculation as well. I feel like we're gonna have to be able to get this gear from other sources as well.
Do you know what they will do to you? When you queue arenas, they're gonna destroy you. They're gonna two-shot you, okay? While you're grinding. When you do try to go for world's first, okay? If you try to go for like the world's first title,
he has a good point about
world
first here.
The whales are gonna get all of them. And you know what? This game has a leaderboard system.
I don't think the whales are gonna get all the world first. Like I feel like they're still dependent on everybody else selling the gear to them. So I feel like if you're trying to argue that you're gonna have like a full guild of whales, like getting world first because they have so many people selling gear to them, and they're just gonna be outclassing everybody. I don't think that's gonna happen. No, I don't think. Like, you might have maybe a handful of whales, 5, that actually manage to get a ton of gear from the auction house this way. But
PvE players, DPS.
I think overall,
highest healers, highest DPS. They have leaderboards for elite dungeons, normal dungeons. They have mythic dungeon races. Who's going to be on top? The whales with the max 110 gear, right? And then let's say you finally
Like
catch up to 110 gear.
I just don't think this is likely to happen. Like I said at the beginning, like in theory it could happen if all the stars align, but in practice I do not think this is going to be the case.
You finally get the full set after 1.5 months of grinding. You have it, but now you've been like grinding that really hard. But now you need to get a full level 3 gems on the gear. And you know what's crazy about the deal with gems is you cannot remove gems anymore from your gear.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that you can't remove gems.
So the only way to gem your gear right now, and gems play a huge role. The only way to gem your gear is buy or craft good gems, put it in the gear, and when you replace the gear.
Yeah, on the gems point, I think he really has a good point here. Is like, yeah, whales are definitely gonna have a pretty big advantage on gems, easily. Yeah.
New gems. So who's gonna keep buying these gems? Who's gonna keep getting these level 3 gems over and over again, putting in the new gear? The whales.
Mm-hmm.
So and then when you finally have grinded your way, the whale will have, let's see, the whale will have 110 max gear from day 1 because of their gold. You will spend probably 2 months getting this gear.
I don't think
the worst part is later on in the game, for example, let me just give you an example since it's already in the game. Every time the whales win something, they do first mythic raid, fastest elite dungeons, they get rewards. They get more gold, they get more rewards. I think mythic dungeons have a thing where if you're placed,
I don't know, like I feel like Spid, like we played so many games together where we, like, as our guilds, as free to play. I think did I spend any on World of Kings, or was I free to play? I don't think I spent anything, but yeah, at least I didn't spend much. And our guilds were the top. Our guilds were number 1, regardless. Yeah, we might have had some whales in our guilds. Sure, a couple. Not that many, though. Like, for the most part, we had tons of free-to-play players in our guilds, and we had the world first. So I don't know what he's afraid of.
Top certain percent, you get more loot. So they're getting more and more and more and more.
And, like,
loot.
yeah, on that, like, just to say, like, that, those games were very pay to win. Like, they didn't advertise as non-pay to win. They were 100% pay to win.
Because they're placing high on the rankings while you are trying to catch up to them, but they're just getting way more loot than you, and in everything. More gold, more currency, more items. So, and when you finally catch up, what's going to happen? A new season with new gear. And what's the whale going to have? You're going to end up having 0 gold. The whale is already going to be sitting on 500,000 gold, buying the best new gear again. So
you just wait. So they're just magically gonna buy it. No one has to craft it anymore. ChatGPT, what? He was buying gold with real money in MMORPG. You can be considered pay to
win, or am I tripping? But yeah, it's very sad, in my opinion.
I can't believe you pulled up ChatGPT for that.
I am not gonna invest that much time in Tarisland after hearing this, because I was really hoping that this would be finally an MMO that we can enjoy, where it can be free to play. Because they said this, man. They said we're not gonna do gold selling. They said we only.
Man, I really feel for him on this, because I've been in the same situation where I put all my faith into a game, a company that I thought had integrity, and was gaslit by some of the people in that company as well. And so yeah, I feel for you, bro. I know this is the first time he put all his faith into a game like I did, and yeah, he's really hurting right now. But I feel like it's not gonna be as bad as he thinks it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be, it's pay to win, but it's honestly one of the least pay to win MMOs to come out on mobile in a very, very, very long time. So I think Tarisland's is actually a really good game. I do think they fucked up with their descriptions, and obviously they they told him that you couldn't buy gold, and that was a flat out lie. At least at the time, that was back in July. It looked like on his timestamp. So maybe at the time you couldn't, and then after that fact, they decided to implement that. I want to hear from the CEO, because it's the CEO really sounded like they were genuinely wanted to make a non-pay to win game, and I want to hear what happened there. Was it like Tencent? Did they force them? Like something had to happen there. I hope we can hear from the CEO, or if there was just like some miscommunication along the lines. I don't know, dude.
They're gonna sell costumes. They said this, and now they just changed it up and pretend, hey, we didn't know, yo. Hey, we didn't know. So very sad news. They doubled down, tripled down, and they have like no sign of like like from all the words they said. They haven't said anything that gives me a hope that they're gonna change it. All they said is we didn't understand, we didn't know.
I said this in my other video. Like, I feel like the damage is already done, because the only thing they could really do to reverse this is they would have to refund everything from the beta. They'd have to refund everybody everything. And I don't know how well that will go over with their investors if they decide to do that. But yeah, that's the only way, because people are spending money. And so how this works, just in case you haven't seen my other video, what they're doing is, if you spend money in the game right now, they're going to give you the same amount of in-game currency come release, plus I think 50% on top. So people are spending money, they're getting this in-game currency. They're going to assume that they're going to be able to use that currency in the exact same way that they did in beta. Because, like I said in my other video, if they spend $5,000 in this beta, and they get $5,000 of worth of in-game currency at launch, and they're suddenly at launch, they're like, yeah, here's your in-game currency, but now you can only spend it on cosmetics. And this guy's gonna be like, what the fuck? I don't want to spend $5,000 on cosmetics. I want to fucking spend $5,000 to get powerful. Like, what the fuck? They can't do that. So the only option they have is refund everything after the beta, if they want to actually recover and try to make the game non-pay to win and change this in some way. Otherwise, it's going to be the same exact thing come launch. But again, I don't think it's as bad as Spid is making it out to be.
No, that buying gold is pay to win. That's what they said in their message. But let me know what you guys think in the comment. Are you guys disappointed?
So yeah, Spid, I feel for you. I get where you're coming from. You got lied to. You really had your heart set on a really non-pay to win game coming out. But again, I really don't think it's as bad as you make it out to be. I feel like the game is really not that pay to win. I've been playing it. I've really been enjoying it a lot. And yeah, just judging by the market right now, we'll see in a few days. I'm going to come back in a few days once we hit level 40 in beta, and we'll see what the situation looks like, and report back on that. But I agree, it is pay to win. And but it's really not that pay to win. I feel like it's one of the least pay to win MMOs to release on mobile ever. But yeah, I do think the gems could really be a huge issue. I really hope that they make gems easier to obtain as free to play players, because yeah, I feel like the whales can just buy up all the gems on the auction house pretty easily. But again, I feel like there probably will be other sources of this gear. I feel like there's definitely going to be a raid or something, raid gear that is at least equivalent to the crafting gear, and there will be other sources of this gear. I don't think it's all going to be dependent on the auction house as it seems. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Stop. It's not as bad as Diablo Immortal. just stop. Okay? All right. See you in the next video. GG's.